I think the big game was when we were drawn against Blackburn Rovers. The usual thing that comes up, Dan, is that we in the Scottish League are always compared unfavourably with the English League, and I understand that. You know, the money's there in the big league. Blackburn were flying high, but still not one of the top. They were about 6th or 7th. They had a really good season, and but still not considered one of the top. So we were immediately under pressure because it's Celtic, it's Scotland. We're representing Scotland as much as anything else, and that did. I remember this distinctly. That really was playing on my mind at the time. That I wanted Scottish football to be really thought of as really half decent, because we had a very good side, and so had Rangers, whom we were competing against. So then when Blackburn come to Celtic Park, play really well in the game. In fact, we were second best for most of the evening. And then, of course, you will get all the critics saying, even though we scored a late goal to win the game, you'd have all the critics saying, well, there, we told you so. Yeah, Blackburn are only 6th or 7th in the league, and they're beating the top team in Scotland, or playing superbly well against them. So the game at Ewood Park became of paramount importance to us, I felt. And I must admit, I know I've said this on a number of occasions, worth repeating. When the bus is it's kind of dark evening, bus pulls into Ewood Park, but before that, there's a pub on the left-hand side, and the Celtic crowd were out waving the bus on through, and then I felt then when we got to the stadium, the lads went out to do some warm up. I went out to have a look at and then to see the end to my right hand side absolutely packed with Celtic fans, and I thought, yeah, we'll not get beaten here today.
When Souness said after the first leg, the memorable quote about men against boys, that basically did your team top 40, I'd imagine.
Very much so, yeah. Well, in fairness, Graeme has always denied that he had said this. It was one of the players, and of course it was one of the players that said it. But the players wouldn't have said that there unless the manager had mentioned it. That's probably beside the point, really. But it was a big incentive, and it's sometimes you get these things that if there's a two-legged affair on something, and some comments emanate from the other dressing room. It can actually fire you up. Now, sometimes it's overplayed, like everything else, but this was definitely not overplayed. And the players reminded each other and reminded me of what was said, and so it did. It was a team talk for us.